Hello EMS gamers, I'm Lewis Day, otherwise known as Nemesis Fire, and I'm here with Gabriel, otherwise known as the Real OG. Gabriel?
Hello.
Right, so we're just going to be commentating this match between Malcolm, Preston and Michael. It was a 2v1. We had double Banelings only against only flying. So Malcolm could only build flying units, and the other two can only build Banelings. So this should be some interesting engagements.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how quickly Malcolm goes to Broodlords, and if he how quickly they notice what each other's is.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, definitely I want to see out of the two Baneling players just rush it, bust it down really early, murder it entirely. That's the best plan.
Yeah, just try and wipe out Doom drops, Nidus one, and straight away just constantly rushing in.
Just Baneling bust as early as you can. I'd be going pool first, straight maybe double gas into Baneling nest and just keep on streaming those Banelings across the map, because as soon as he starts to get it together, it's going to be a mess.
Yeah, as soon as he gets a few of them out, you've only got queens to protect from that point. So
definitely. So if he gets any sort of an air army, it's going to start to be nasty.
Yeah.
Though he doesn't know what he's up against, so he may go something like I think he's playing random in this match. So I think if he has to go if he goes Phoenix or something like that, it would be very messy.
Oh, that'd be extremely messy. Do you know why it's taking so long?
No idea.
Alright.
Good old load times. Come on. Come on. It's not that hard. Loading a game is not that hard.
No, my computer just has stopped responding now. Oh wait, oh no.
It's about halfway.
Oh my god, this is so exciting! As the Bane rain comes in.
I suppose we can talk about the map. Relatively short rush distances, so reasonable. For decent angles for attack for any flying units. So we could get some very nasty sort of flanks by Malcolm. See, that's what I want to see. I'd want to see some early rush to some harass, so like an early Oracle, or get a couple of Mutalisks or a Liberator or something, and just get some damage down.
Yeah, some pretty good gold bases as well. So for extra mineral income.
Oh yes, there are golds on this map. Yeah.
That are quite nicely placed for each person. Of course, whoever's placed in the bottom right-hand side has a little bit further to go, but not much of an issue.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I was in Malcolm's shoes if I really would want to expand against Banelings. But the Baneling players could very easily expand and go for a sort of early mid-game massive Baneling push.
Yeah,
but I'm not sure how effective that would be.
Just own the map, just cover it, and creep. Because if Malcolm goes for he's on random. Do we know what race he is yet?
I don't think so.
Well, if he if they are Zerg and he goes Protoss, then they can just cover the map and creep. Just own it that way.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, creep will be very important for our two Baneling players, because that just gives you loads more maneuverability. You also want to get Baneling speed as quickly as possible.
Do you know what's going on? Mine's on full. Is yours on full?
Mine's like 2/3 of the way there.
Oh my days. Ugh.
Ah, there we go.
Oh, we're in.
Finally. Right.
Okie. So up top we have Malcolm in the purple shorts as BillOddie. Down at the bottom we have is it Michael in the yellow shorts?
Yeah.
And in the lilac?
Sort of a cyan. Well, cyan. Yeah, I'll go with cyan.
Yeah, cyan we have Rowan Preston.
Okay, so we got Overlord Scout coming out from Malcolm. standard. Not entirely sure where the... oh no, I suppose the drone from Michael was going to assess which one of these two bases Malcolm was in. And he's gone for a very, very early expand. That's a hatchery first, as opposed to Preston's pool followed by Evo.
Yeah, after the pool, I think you should be putting down trying to get an expo chamber, a Vespene geyser, sorry, so that he can then just scan as much gas as possible if he's going to be going down upgrades route.
Yeah, I mean, yes, I do like this double gas because you're going to need all of it that you can get.
However, I don't know how important upgrades are going to be, to be honest.
Yeah, I think I would probably vote on the favour of just getting it there early.
Yeah, just get in, get out. Get in, get out, get in, get out.
And there's a expand down for Malcolm, so he's played a reasonably conservative game. He went, I think it was 12 or 13 pool, followed by hatch. That's reasonable.
Lovely scout from Malcolm of Rowan's base, so he knows that he's got two gas Vespene geysers up, and he wouldn't have noticed anything else though.
Yeah.
Since he's just missed the fact that the bailing nest has gone down.
Yeah, I mean that's our first baneling nest, and sadly Rowan has only got 2 workers in this top guys. I would like to see that up to 3, of course, but that shouldn't hamper him too badly.
Yeah, it upsets me that he's put the evolution chamber and not used it. However, that can be used for drop lords, like with this guy over here.
Yes, I would love to see some drops. Just ferry a couple of banelings over that cliff, and you will wreck face.
Do you think they should be upgrading for faster overlord speed?
I would probably focus at this point on just a mass of banelings. I mean, if this drags on to sort of a late game, if Malcolm rebuffs the attacks that are surely going to come, I mean, speed would then be an option, but I don't know how viable it would really be.
Yeah, I'd be setting these up to once they're hatched to run over and attack main base.
Definitely, but Malcolm's already got 2 spine crawlers on the way, so he's suspecting something suspicious, and it's also just a generally good move if you're against two players versus 1. I mean, defensive is probably a decent way to go.
Yeah, I'd be sending these across right now. Just get them in, get them out.
There's no value to be gained by standing around and waiting. Get them straight over.
I'd be hitting up the spawning pool. Would be probably or the mineral line, of course. But I'd be definitely hitting the main.
Yeah, I mean, you could. Yeah, there's not an awful lot of gain to be had from attacking the natural. So if you can skirt up like one of the flanks, or maybe catch that queen out, would be a nice catch. And get into that mineral line, do some serious damage, delay the coming of what is probably going to be Mutalisks at this rate.
Yeah. Not sure what they're doing there. They should.
No, they should. Yeah, just go straight for it.
Yeah. Or upgrade this so it becomes a drop lord, or send them straight in. Like no reason to wait.
Yeah, I mean, if that was a drop lord, lovely. You could ferry them in. I imagine there's probably a dark spot around here that Malcolm can't see. Just get 6 or 7 banelings into that, run him in whilst walking up the front ramp, completely distract him. And here that attack is going to come. Yep, he's going to try and skirt it around. Going to avoid the spine crawlers for the most part. A couple of shots taken, but he's going to get some lovely detonations by the look of it. Ooh, a couple of wasted banelings, but not terrible. Ooh, that was a money shot. 1 more baneling in that lot and you'd have got many more. But as it stands, that was a decent run by. And Michael just has some banelings sitting around in his base, which I would love to see get going, because there's no reason for them to be sat around here. But he does have speed on the way, so that could be quite useful for the next attack.
As a Zerg player myself, only seeing a spire, up, and a a spawning pool, I'd be trying to aim for that when Rome came in.
Yeah, possibly. Come in, you see those buildings, you've got to make some assumptions. I mean, he could simply be rushing air, but it would be a hell of a rush. It's not a very sustainable one. But yeah, you'd be seeing that's an odd tech building to be getting at this stage, so maybe that's what his disadvantage.
I also think Malcolm should probably be sending these across to get a quick scout of all the map, see what's coming. So giving it a quick patrol.
Yeah, I mean, with only a couple of mutants, you're not going to get an awful lot done, but you can easily get some very useful scouting information, like patrol the middle of the map, to see when these banelings are coming, because they're just sat here at the moment. You can take some easy pot shots with that.
Yeah, and I'd be sending 4 or 5 to hit up the queens here, and then sending the rest to try and run through.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a toss-up at the moment between the main and the natural. They're both reasonably well defended. But you got 2 queens on the ramp, which you can take out, but that may be considered a waste of banelings. Depends, really.
Yeah, it upsets me what Michael's doing.
Oh, those banelings just the move command, man. The move command.
Ah,
That's all those banelings gone for the sake of 2 queens. Nasty.
what was it? It upsets me that Michael's waited until he's got bailing speed to start rolling the map.
Yeah, I mean, there is something to be said for waiting for speed, but he had like enough time to get half of the run-bys that he was been delaying in.
Yeah.
And I think there is one Zergling in amongst that lot.
Oh, is it?
So, yeah, that hasn't quite transformed. But I don't think it's going to get much done anyway. No, not much done at all.
He's got to be dropping that now. I should have dropped it. There was a doom drop coming for his natural.
Yeah.
Sorry, for
Oh,
his
his main, yeah.
Yeah, and he just didn't drop it, so it died. It annoys me that a few of these guys are holding minerals, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a massive one, but you definitely want to try and minimise that. I presume they were pulled off as a result of the drop lord.
Yeah, Malcolm saw the drop lord coming, so it was already wasted, really. Again, just wave after wave after wave. Just keep on, because if you keep on making economic damage, you can just keep on building units that won't allow Malcolm to get enough of a muta lead.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing some serious damage to the natural of Preston at the moment. That's completely gutted.
Yeah, that's gone.
Oh yeah, the incomes are dropping.
So I'd be trying to get these banelings to run around.
Yeah, trying to avoid that mutable.
Which he's done. He's done pretty well. And split them pretty good.
Yeah, and he's keeping it on the creep, so he's going to get there a bit quicker.
And
that's another queen picked off. And it's going to be another bunch of workers here. So Preston in a
exploded.
deer
Oh,
state.
no.
Oh.
Oh, no. They need it to set to attack
structures.
structures.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh.
There's, in the bottom right, the F key, enable structures attack. Do it. Oh, no. That's a massive wasted opportunity. You could have killed all those spines. That's a lot of investment. And that opens up the main.
Yeah, it upsets me to see that Malcolm hasn't got any upgrades. 9 minutes in, he should be upgrade crazy, really.
Yeah, he hasn't even got +1 flyer attack, which is sort of, I mean, it's very beneficial for the mutas because their attack bounces about, so you just get extra and extra from that.
Yeah, it's not like he really needs the armor, really, but the attack he should be going all for.
We've got another run by, going to try and come in on his natural, and it suicides into the queens and does absolutely no damage.
Yeah, the queens are important to be aiming at, but I think if you wreck the minerals, that's where it's at. You know, that's where they're earning the money.
Yeah, you need a critical mass before you do that.
Yeah, I think Michael should have split that up.
Did quite a bit of damage there, but not for the cost of his banelings. I don't think it was a particularly efficient trade. Did get some damage done, of course, so that's useful, but could have done that a lot more efficiently. And at this point, your opponent is on a mass of mutas. You're only allowed banelings. You need to make each one of them count.
Mm-hmm. Come on, I'd be turning these into drop lords. It's not like he isn't supply capped or anything. I'd be turning them, quickly, sending them across. He's got the money to.
I mean, a macro hatch or two would be fine here because you're going to have supply problems all the game because you're just making a bunch and suiciding it and making a bunch and suiciding it. So you don't need an awful lot of drop. You don't need an awful lot of overlords, pardon. So you can just spend all that money on banelings. More banelings. Where are all the banelings?
Yeah, they're a bit of a no-show, really. It's been a bit upsetting. I've got someone knocking on my door. I'll be there in a sec.
Okay. It's just me and you. So the Baneling Nest has fallen. That's very dreadful. Spawning pool has fallen. Or it's about to fall. Yeah.
Oh, painful.
Yeah. Lots of damage dealt there. Not what we like to see. So that's putting them at a massive tech disadvantage.
No.
Can't build your one and only unit.
So I wouldn't be scrunching them all up there. I'd be moving them across the map and then get them to all roll in at, towards points.
Yeah, I mean, Zerglings are faster than Banelings, even when the Banelings have speed. So definitely get those Zerglings about the place, because if that Mutaball finds them, that's a lot of dead Zerglings for free.
Yeah, so much just gone. It is around the queens, but I think spread it around, it's...
Yeah, I think Malcolm could be being a lot more active with these mutas because they were just sat in the middle of the map for a minute or so there. Could have easily got some cheeky damage done or killed these queens earlier before there were as many queens there and dealt this economic damage that he's about to do a long time ago.
Alright, now that there's a gap, if Michael and Rowan are talking over Skype, I'd be saying there's a gap by Malcolm's base run through. Because with the amount of bailings that he could be potentially, he's got the money to change these. I don't know why he isn't. He's got the money to change these all into bailings. I'd be telling him run across, run through.
Michael is presently building 2 Baneling nests to replace his previously dead one.
Of course, he doesn't have a Baneling nest. That'd be it.
Yeah, he just lost it.
Okay, sorry.
And Michael has gone for the classic mass expand because why not?
Sorry, I just knocked out my speaker there.
Good.
Yeah, I think I think that's where their issues lie. Rowan hasn't really expanded, unfortunately, and he hasn't.
Well, he's been denied everywhere he's gone. The problem is they seem to wait to the to mid game, which is where we are now, and that is hugely beneficial for Malcolm. He could practically just move and just click about this map, and he would probably win.
Yeah, he's now doing research for the first. However, I've been now putting down an investor pit, and after seeing what they've got and realizing, this is where you should be going up here.
Massive Baneling push.
You should be going towards his main.
All those Banelings for the sake of 2 queens and a handful of workers.
He should have gone for up here, up to Malcolm's main when these weren't there. Gone through.
Yeah.
Then hit the spire.
Snuck in, damage something. I mean, take the lair out, take the spire out, anything at this point.
Yeah. The spire is where you want to be hitting for that.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure at this point they've probably sussed out he's full air.
Yeah. Or only mutas or, something along those lines.
Yeah, something like that. Because he has no other tech barring that. I'm going to get some lovely economic damage done here. Just going to kite around. He doesn't want to hit into that big ball of queens, though, because that will cause him a lot of problem. And I mean, Michael is churning them out 5 at a time, so he's definitely... I mean, that is one way to counter a massive Mutaball, I suppose.
Yeah, It annoys me that Malcolm's got so many workers on one base when his other base only has 3 workers. So he's got 18 on one, where the other one, like, I'd be transferring things over, and
Definitely.
I'd be building an investor's pit so I can then increase the hive, then upgrade this to greater spire, then get brood lords just as quickly as possible in this game now, since it's not like they're going to be doing much more damage. The only thing they can get more of is queens, and like that isn't like that's bad, but you can with a couple of brood lords, that's gonna they're gonna be wiped out quick. Mutas and brood lords.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Because yeah, you just transfer those workers over. Yeah, I mean, there's no question on that. Extra expands. I mean, oh, he's just putting down another 2 as I speak. And yeah, I mean, I like these mutants patrolling in the middle of the map, but I wouldn't have all of them. It seems as though he's probably sussed out by this point that it's pure Baneling. So I'd have a couple to see when the Banelings are coming, and the rest you're going to be doing economic harassment everywhere because your opponent can't shoot up, and you have only upness.
Yeah, and I'm pretty certain as well that Malcolm's probably got some spare APM, so you can have 2 going the opposite way, so you cover more of the map in less time.
I mean, Malcolm doesn't even have the highest APM at the moment, but that straight through the middle of the map.
Straight through, scattered.
Yeah, caught out by that patrol, and that's a lot of Banelings dead for no good reason. They're going to try and break up the ramp. Kills all of them. That's surprisingly efficient. Kills that base over there. Oh, come on, just detonate some of those. A move is fine.
Right,
there we go.
Yeah.
That's decent damage
done
there.
They're dead. These guys are. However, I don't know if they have anything to back it up with.
No, I mean, that was, I think, probably one of the do-or-die Baneling busts. I mean, there are 42 Zerglings on the way for Michael, but it's just a matter of whether his economy can sustain long enough to get to the end there. And Malcolm is about to pick off these 2 bases that he's got on the side of the map here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got no economic. He's got basically nothing on the income tab now. What's his income? He's earning. Malcolm's now earning 117 minerals.
I mean, I'd just like to point out when Michael has decided to build these Banelings, you know your opponent has a massive air army in the vicinity, and you decide to go next to there and build all your Banelings. I'm not entirely sold on that. Oh, and then the Banelings just stop and get absolutely roasted and suicide into a hatchery.
Yeah. Oh, that is poor placing.
Yeah.
However, the run around that he's just done, knowing that Malcolm has been only running around with a group of mutas, I'd be sending this off to his main again, hoping that he doesn't have a wall off again. Because you hit his spire and his lair, that's ages until he can get back up. You hit his whole entire main. That's out ages. He's out for quite some time.
I'm not even sure if it would matter at this point. I think this existing muta count would do probably enough damage if handled well to end this game on its own. At least give him enough time to rebuild a spire from a cheeky Baneling run by. You could go completely defensive or throw just a bunch of harassment out. It's really his game at this point.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is a bit of a game over.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any real way for our 2 Baneling players to take this one back without some bloody miracle.
What is it? Michael's got 10 Banelings, 16 queens. Rowan's got 5 Banelings, 2 queens, and then Malcolm's got 16 mutalisks with 11 larvae. So he's just going to push this forward.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not entirely sure why.
Final push from Michael.
Oh yeah, what's going to do? I mean, he's going to get some economic damage done in that 3rd or 4th position. So that's good. That's always good to do, yeah. But I just don't think it's going to be enough.
Well, he's only got 3 Banelings now. He started off, it's fair use, but I think where they went wrong is by the fact they waited for so long. Like if I had been given this, I would be just rush. How quickly can I get in to destroy the space. You know, no matter what he has, I don't care. You know, you don't care what the guy's got. You just want to smash it.
Yeah, I would just, if I only had Banelings, it's just as early as I can get any of them out, do some damage, and just try and keep up that pressure. Because that is the only way you're going to get anything done.
Do you know what? I'd be probably, at this moment in time,
Yeah.
I'd be going for a last-ditch attempt with these queens. Just spread as much creep as possible and just try and take the Mutalist head on. With
Yeah.
since you've got transmutation as well, you can constantly heal your queens. So
Yeah, I'll just set transfuse to auto cast, because microing that might be a bit of a nightmare for people of this level, and I can't blame them, to be honest. It's too much for me.
Well, Michael is well, yeah, okay, yeah, still. No matter what level you are, or casting like how many 16 queens to all heal each other. Yeah, that's gonna be.
It's going to be a bit intense. I mean, you probably want to focus on focus fire as much as that. Transfuse can sort of handle itself.
True.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure we're all aware of how this one's going to go. It's just going to be a matter of time, I feel. So I'd be in favour of speeding it up, because this game just looks like it's going to stagnate. Well, it already has stagnated, really, if I'm honest.
Speed it up.
Right. See if anything interesting happens.
Probably, yeah, up to 4 for the moment.
Yeah.
Base over here gets wiped out.
Yeah, I'm just following the muters around.
Oh, fair enough.
So it looks like there's a Baneling ball that they've just missed. Oh no, that's probably the queens, I imagine, in the middle of the map.
Yeah, that's the queens that they've...
Yeah. So he's just going around mopping things up, dancing around that big queen ball.
Yeah.
And he's going to get the Baneling nest there, do a bunch of economic damage, killed most of those, or a decent amount of those workers.
The queens have got him down from 19 Mutalisks to 16 Mutalisks. So, you know, but for the loss of 3 queens at the same time.
Yeah.
So, you know, either you keep increasing your queen count with this Mutalisk count, or... And you've got to be, you know, they're so speedy.
Yeah, I mean, just picking off that one queen that you just did there on the outskirts of that ball, that's an easy way to just slowly pick away at this.
Yeah. Like, Malcolm currently can't build any more Mutalisks because he's run out of gas.
Mm. I mean, it's a shame we didn't see much, really, if any, Drop Lord play or any Nidus play. I mean, that would have been one way to claw it back, would be a big all-in Nidus. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They had a pause or something.
I
think he's taking his speaker out again.
Oh, sorry. I think that was Rowan telling them something about him. I don't know.
Well, I can't scroll up the chat. At least I don't know how to. So.
If you press enter, you can see it.
Yeah, but the first conversation isn't there. First exchange. No. But yeah, I mean, Preston was delivering some sound words of advice in this is not going so well. I would agree with that assessment. I mean, it's just mop-up work at this point.
Should we speed it up again?
I mean, yeah. The only thing that interesting might happen is an interaction between these muters and the queens, but yeah. If Malcolm's got any sense, he won't do that.
Well, he's now up to 30 Mutalisks versus 18 queens, so...
I mean, those queens, I don't think those queens are they're not transfusing, are they?
No.
So...
I should check, but...
You can click them. Do you want me to slow down so you can click them?
Yeah, slow it down a little bit. Actually, they're all on full health, but they're all of their whatever it's called, mana. I don't know what it's called.
And
anyway.
And there's the Great Aspire at the 35-minute mark.
Oh my god.
You have pure air. Why do you not go Broodlord?
Yeah. All of their mana is full, so...
Yeah, I mean, that army could self-sustain for quite a while. And Malcolm's just... Yeah. Here comes the massive swell of Corruptors.
Yeah.
And
if you press, I think it's Alt F, you can change the colour view from so that Malcolm's in blue and Michael's in red.
Oh, so I can.
Yeah, you know, show who's the enemy in this game.
Look at that high contrast colour scheme.
Oh.
I think, yeah, Preston GG'd out, didn't he?
Yeah, Preston left.
Oh, I don't think he left. I think he just GG'd. Yeah, it doesn't say that he's left the game, so he's still in, probably whispering words of advice over Skype or what have you.
Yeah, probably just scouting the map with whatever he has. Does he have anything left? Oh, wait, no, he had... No, just wait. Rowan has 2 Overlords left.
Nidus Worm in the top left gets cleared up masterfully, mainly because those queens were just coming out one by one.
Broodlords are here now as well. This
Yeah.
game's over.
Yeah.
This is...
I mean, this game was over quite a while ago.
I guess GG? Yeah.
Yes, Michael. I agree.
No. It's not GG until, the fat lady sings. Come on. Until the Broodlords come out and kill you, it's not GG.
Let's go see where those... Oh, that's just horrible. Our Broodlords will block out the sky.
Yeah, that's more Broodlords than you would expect in like a normal game.
We're up 15 Broodlords. That's just disgusting, Malcolm. How could you do this?
That's just mean, isn't it?
That's frankly unnecessary. You could win this game with 1.
Yeah. He's now got 1 queen left.
Yeah.
And will we see any Broodlord action? Oh, we have.
Oh yeah, murdering the spore crawlers.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh, it's a massacre. Oh, I can't look at this. It's just horrible.
Well, I think they're both GG'd out now, so. Well.
Yeah.
Just, yeah, that's. It's murder on a page.
Yeah, I mean that is probably not the fairest matchup I've seen. It was interesting. I would obviously have liked to have seen a lot more early play, and I will reiterate that again. Rush if you only have Banelings, because
Rush if you've only got 1 unit,
Well, yeah.
Rush
to that unit and use it until you can't use it no more.
Yeah.
And this is just clean up detail now. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. That's it.
Yeah.
Right. Lovely game. Would have loved to see upgrades and Broodlords for Malcolm earlier, but whatever works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lovely. Any parting thoughts?
What were his... he hit upgrades quite a bit towards the end, but, come on, earlier on.
Oh, Malcolm, your APM has been beaten by Michael.
Oh, what? Let's have a...
Average of 123.
Oh, what's EPM, though?
No, still in Michael's favour, yeah.
But,
we can't let that stand. Well, yeah. More efficient clicks, clearly.
Yeah.
Right. Lovely.
All right.
Thank you very much for watching. See you the next one.
Third time lucky, Lewis.
Yeah, third time.